Welcome back guys, and in this lesson we're going to play with HTML using EMMET. But for just a recap, in the previous lesson we organized our folders, created our index.html and style.css, and if I open my brackets editor you can see them on the left navigational pane of our brackets editor that we created the index.html file and style.css file. And now let's begin with our HTML coding and some basic abbreviations for HTML which EMMET provides us. But first we need to check if EMMET is enabled in our brackets editor. So as you can see, we have a menu named EMMET. Just click this, go down and check if EMMET is enabled. If not, just click this once and EMMET will automatically be enabled in your brackets editor. So the one feature that I like that EMMET provides us with is that we always start with a doc type, and the doc type is HTML. Close it, create HTML tags, create body tags then, and create head tags, etc. But the feature that EMMET provides us with is that simply put an exclamation mark, press tab, and it gives us the doc type HTML, our HTML tags, our closing body tags, an opening body tag, our head tag, and closing head tag. It also provides us with the meta tag and the title tag as well. So this is one feature that EMMET provides us with. Another good thing about EMMET is that it has a very easy workflow. For example, if I need to create a div, I will not start with creating a div, etc. I will just write div, give it a class of container by putting a full stop or a period, and as soon as I press tab, it will create a div with a class of container. Let's undo this to add more. And now if I need to create another div inside this container, I can simply put a greater than sign, add another div, give it a class of menu, for example, press tab, and it will create a div of class menu inside this container. And what if I need to enter some text over here? Let's undo this. I simply need to open my curly braces, enter some text, for example, home or home page. Go at the end of this line, press tab, and we have a div of class container, div of class menu, and the div contains some text, home page. Now moving on, another good thing about this is that, for example, if I create or if I want to create an unordered list, I can simply write UL and it will create the tags that I want. But what if I need to create list tags inside this unordered list? I enter a greater than sign, write li, tab, and it gives me the list tags inside the unordered list. Now what if I want multiple list tags inside my unordered list tag? I just simply put an asterisk or a multiplication sign, write the number of list tags I want, for example 2 or let's say 5, press tab, and it gives me 5 list tags inside my unordered list. Now the next step is that if I need href tags or anchor tags in my list tags, I can simply put a greater than sign, write a, type in a, press tab, and it gives us the anchor tag inside our list tags. So these are some great features of EMMET, that it provides a very easy workflow and we can code extremely fast with this amazing feature that EMMET provides us with. Now similarly, if I create a div tag with a class of container, I get a div with a class of container. And now if I want another div, I can simply put a greater than sign, add a div of class drop down, or let's say a class of menu over here. It gives me a div of class container. Inside this div, it gives me a div of class menu. So basically you can see that it gives me this div inside the div which has a class of container. And similarly, if I create another div, put a greater than sign, create a div of drop down, press enter, and it will give me a div of class drop down inside the div of class menu. What if I need this div with a class of drop down after the div of class menu? So simply, instead of this greater than sign, I need to enter a plus sign, go at the end of this line, press tab, and it will give me a div inside this container but outside the div of the class of menu. So in this case we have another child sibling, and this was the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot of features that EMMET provides us with using HTML. And in the next lesson we're going to work with our style.css, and I'm going to teach you some shortcuts or abbreviations that EMMET provides us while using CSS. So without any further ado, let's move to our next lesson.